Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I hope you enjoy it. I already cleansed my face, so I'm just going to put on some of my low recipe watermelon toner on my face, fan it a little bit for it to soak in, and while that sets in, I'm going to put my hair up. Got some new products, hair products, but you'll see them in the unready with me video. That's where you'll see them. Then I just grab a little ponytail on the side. Tie it and pull it like that. And then for the other side, I like a little bit out, and then I just slide my finger through and repeat. I like them to be somewhat similar, but they don't have to. And sometimes I do take it out a lot. I don't pull it. I try to get my nail in at least one of them so it's lighter. So if you see me pull it, it's not me actually pulling it. It's me just putting one nail through and just gliding it down because I've made it looser. It's a bit messy, but it will do. Put my headband back on. Next up is serums. This is one of the new serums I got. It's the Soothe and Barrier Serum. It's just pink. See? Isn't that so pretty? Honestly, I got it just because it was pink. I do try my best to let each skincare step kind of settle a little bit in my face, just so it will actually do its job, if that makes sense. Then I'm just using my Glossier serum. This one is Niacinamide plus zinc. I got a tester of this and I loved it, so I thought I'll just get the whole bottle. And it is amazing because I have these bumps on my forehead, and I discovered that it's from having too much hyaluronic acid. And I didn't realize I was having hyaluronic acid because I have a hyaluronic acid serum, but the serum I use every now and again. I'm just going to lightly do my brows. I just go in with Goof Proof Brow, and then I just use the spoolie on my old one because I don't like the spoolie on this one, though the Precisely My Brow, I like the thin spoolie on that one. But anyway, as I was saying, I just don't use it as much, and I thought, well, how can I be using too much hyaluronic acid if I don't use it too much? Then I found out by going in, I was like, oh, I might just check my products, and a lot of the products I was using had hyaluronic acid in it, and I thought hyaluronic acid is good, and it is good. It's really good. I'm just going in with the Glossier Boy Brow in shade brown. This is a new product I got. I'm obsessed with it. But yeah, I discovered that, and it is a good product, don't get me wrong. Just like anything, you can overdo things and it can do worse than good. So after using this serum for a little while, the bumps have been going. So it's pretty much just trying to make sure everything's, well, not even, but that's the only word I can think of when I say it. But like, just to make sure everything's doing what it's supposed to do and not making it worse or just trying to make it better, but we'll see. I'm still learning how to use this Boy Brow gel pomade stuff because I've never used one before, and I know it's a bit of trial and error, but so far I'm liking it. I just feel like I'm painting on eyebrows, and I feel like I look scary before I do anything else. I usually go back in a bit later to fix it if needed, but usually it turns out alright. I have changed up my makeup routine slightly. I'm not using primer like I usually do because I use the Urban Decay primer all the time, but if you have a really good skincare base, you don't really need primer. I'm just using my Glossier Balm Concealer. What shade is it? In shade Light 2, which I feel like could be a foundation shade for me. It really could. So I'm thinking maybe I should get a lighter one for under my eyes just to brighten them a bit. I do go back in with that later if needed. Sometimes I just use stick and arm concealer and a couple other things in that foundation, but I'm feeling like foundation today. The foundation I'm using is Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face. I'm obsessed with this one. I really am. It's so, how to put it, it's a filter in a bottle. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, I've never been so obsessed with a foundation before. Next up, I'm just going to get 2 of my Kosas concealers. I am running really low on both of them. I'm going to have to get more. And while that sits, I'm just going to put on some contour, bronzer, whatever you want to call it. Someone's got squeaky brakes out there. I've changed up my makeup routine recently, but also slightly haven't. Like, some things are the same and some things aren't. Like, usually before I put bronzer on, I tend to put powder on first and then I do it. I prefer it this way. I feel like this is a mess of a video. Now, I'm just going to take my brush again and do underneath my eyes and a little bit of my eyelid. Sometimes I feel like I've got to do more, and if I feel like I need a bit more coverage under the eye, then I add a bit more oomph. I think I need a bit more oomph. Next is my Kosas powder, which I am running, poked myself in the eye. I'm running extremely low. Like, I don't even think I'm getting any powder on my face. Like, that's how low it is. I think I'm just going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow just to like add a bit of oomph to my eye, because even when I have a day where I'm like full on rushing, I have to have some sort of eyeshadow, because I feel like if I'm gonna do makeup, I may as well do, like, even if it's one slight little shade, it adds the biggest difference. Next is my favorite thing, the Kosas blush. I got shade Hype and I'm obsessed with it. I'm hoping I can eventually get all the shades, and sometimes I like to get the brush that I use for my eyeshadow, dab a little bit in it and just put a little bit on the eyelid. I feel like it brightens the eye. I try to put the light on here and I feel like it's done nothing, but I do have a lot of light coming in from that direction, but I film everything here, so it's a bit hard. But I will be having a new setup anyway because there's a lot happening. I don't know about you, but doing eyeshadow I find very difficult. I can't use the pencils and the pens, like I just can't do it. So what I like to do is I have an angled brush like this, and then I just get whatever eyeshadow palette I want to use. This one is the Volume 2 Jaclyn Hill palette, and I just go in with my black shade. Don't mind my palette, I know it's messy. Sometimes I'll get like a setting or finishing spray and spray on it just so it's a bit wet. You can even use a tad bit of water just to help wet it a bit, but setting spray also helps it stay better. And then hopefully you can see me properly. And then with small little strokes, I follow along. Then I turn it around and start from the inner corner. And as you notice, my eyelid shakes a lot. And then I like to line up my waterline, I'm pretty sure it's called. Just a little bit to mark it. But I don't want it that high, so I'm just going to rub that. And then I'm going to close my eye and kind of create a wing. And that's that one. Sometimes they don't match, but and then that's just how they're looking. And if I feel like I've messed it up a little bit, if I really need to, I'll fix it up with concealer, but I think it's alright. Like, it's normal to have a little bit of colour underneath your eye. But if you want to, let's just put some on. And I will leave that on and do a couple other bits and bobs. And then I'll buff that out just to let it set. If you do want to set it up, just fan your face. I got a little fan here to do that. I used to take makeup so seriously. Like, watching all the YouTubers I used to watch growing up has helped me learn makeup, especially being an older sister and having a mum that's not really big into makeup. My younger sister is not into makeup. Pretty much the only one that's really into makeup is me. Watching all different YouTube tutorials and get ready with me's really helped me learn makeup. That's how I learned. And then I did beauty school. That helped me learn a lot. I think when I was at the beauty school, I was a bit of a perfectionist with my makeup. Like, it had to be a certain way, done a certain way, because that's how I was taught. So that's how I thought it had to be done. And then I eventually learned that, who cares? Like, makeup is like hair. It's a way to express yourself. It's a way to show your personality off. So why wouldn't you? One size Till Dawn setting spray. I'm waiting for the bigger one to come in stock, but I thought I'd get the little one to test it out. And I'm obsessed. Next up is mascara. I'm just using Polite Society. I do have quite a lot to do today. I have to get some boxes from Kmart. But that's the finished makeup look. I sometimes put on lip balm, but I don't know where to put it. I might get my hair one more brush through. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.